Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the GW Basketball Insiders podcast. I am Liam Omerku alongside David Korn. We are coming to you after a most recent GW men's basketball game is a loss at Duquesne. GW is on a bit of a skid right now. They've lost 4 in a row. I guess I'll kind of throw it over to you, David. They've been missing Rafael Castro for the last 3 games, which is obviously a problem considering he is their best player. So I don't know. What do you make of where GW is at right now as they are struggling to win basketball games?
I mean, the close losses are devastating. We were talking during the Duquesne game, and even when it was close, we just both had no faith in GW to close out a close game. We were right.
Yeah.
I think that's the conversation, not necessarily Castro being out, but just this team's inability to finish a close game and get a win and execute in crunch time.
Yeah, they are 1-9 this season in games decided by 10 points or less. I think I tweeted it was 1-10, but I actually looked at it before we started recording, and it's 1-9. The only loss they have this season by more than 10 points. Do you know what game that was?
Would that be against Fordham?
No, it was Delaware. Oh, wait, no. I think actually the Fordham loss was also double digits. So anyway, Delaware and Fordham.
Yeah, because I have it up. That was 79-65.
Yeah. So anyway, Delaware and Fordham are the only 2 losses, which are the 2 worst losses that GW has this season, which is interesting. The close losses are like, it's coming and it still happens. At this point I think it's a mental toughness thing. It's sort of confusing, but in another way it's very clear. It's like the players just can't figure out how to win close games. And I just don't really think that's something that can be fixed in the next month or so. Like, they just can't do it. It just can't happen. There's like, I've heard a few people talking about the Ken Palm luck statistic, which I believe GW is now last in the entire country in Ken Palm luck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fuck off with the Ken Palm luck statistic. I don't want to hear about the Ken Palm luck. It's not luck.
So are you joining a Doug Gottlieb train and crapping on Ken Palm?
No, I love Ken. Ken Palm's great. But this is not a luck thing. This is an execution thing. This is a mental. It's kind of hard to quantify it, but they just can't do it. It's not a luck thing. We've watched all of these 10 games that have been within 10 points, and they're just bad in them. So I don't really know what can be done about that. But you're right. It's really, really frustrating.
Yeah, and it's just you just know they're going to lose. It's a really tough place to be as someone who's watching this. For fans, it's
the players
so
know they're going to lose too. This keeps happening. So this is the players know about this as well. This is, and probably the coaches know about this as well. It sort of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where they lose a few close games and then they realize they're losing all these close games and then they can't win a close game. So.
Yeah, so you were at let's rewind again. You were at Hagan to see the St. Joe's loss. What were your biggest takeaways from watching this team in person there? And just talk about that game for a bit.
Yeah, it was a good game. I mean, it was a really entertaining game. I went with my cousin and her husband and their 2 kids. I think I mentioned on the last episode that I had a bet where I was gonna get my cousin's kid's chain. Unfortunately, that did not happen. So I think I owe him a Nintendo Switch game. But anyway, the game itself was very good. It's sort of what we were just talking about, the late game execution. I mean, I turned to my cousin, was like, GW's terrible in late game situations. They're 1-8 or 1-7 or whatever they were at that point. I'm trying to think. I kind of came away I'm impressed with St. Joe's. I think they're good. I did not expect them to be good this year. Steve Donahue's doing a good job. And
Steve Donahue.
Say that again.
Sorry, I think my mic's being weird. But isn't it just crazy how they lucked into Steve Donahue?
Yeah.
With Billy Lang leaving for the NBA, and now they're better. Like, they lost Billy Lang, they lost Deuce Jones, who going into the season was their most talented player. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the Deuce Jones thing was very much addition by subtraction. And he was apparently there were issues with him at LaSalle last year. He's clear. I guess he's a good basketball player, but I don't know who would want to take him, because you have to imagine he's going to enter the transfer portal. Like, I don't know who would want him on their team. I had a tweet that went a little bit viral about the sort of like interaction that happened at the end of the game. GW throughout the game, like Trey Autry, I think after hitting his first 3-pointer of the night, did the arm flapping thing, which was awesome, and I loved it. Unfortunately, GW was not winning at that time, and did not win the game. So it's a bad look. You kind of have to be careful with stuff like that. But apparently it was Boo Boo Benjamin who was kind of getting into it after the game. So that's not good. You're losing the game, and then you're getting into, arguments with players and fans and coaches and stuff like that. So it's just, the vibes are just bad. That's kind of my main takeaway right now. And you got
the vibes are bad. I have people reaching out to me asking some very real questions about the future of the program. And these are people who are not necessarily day in day out watchers. And so I think the fact that this losing is catching the attention of the more casual EW fan is very serious. Because the expectations going into this year were real. And there was legit national attention. There was hype. I know we were really excited, and I know people we were speaking to, we were sort of hyping the team up and being like, no, this year we think will be different. And so I think the fact that the casual fans are sort of catching on and realizing how serious some of these issues are, how disappointing some of these losses have been, is very concerning for the state of the program and the state of the fan base.
Yeah. No, I mean, they spent a lot of money on the program this year. That's the thing that I keep coming back to. I mean, this was really the first year of revenue sharing. And they spent the sort of money that's just never been spent on GW basketball before. And to be in 9th place on February 8th.
And this is a pretty weak Atlantic 10 other than the top teams.
Right. It's not good. Like, it's really, really troubling.
Should we talk about the positives from Duquesne?
Yeah, let's go for it, because there were positives. I thought the offense looked good.
I mean,
what did you
Aranguren triple-double. Second triple-double in program history. I believe it's the second triple-double in NCAA history by a Venezuelan, following former Maryland point guard Rivas Vazquez. He had 18 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists on 6 of 9 shooting from the field, 3 of 3 from 3, 3 of 5 from the line. He's a guy you really can stuff the stat sheet. And I think his insertion into the starting lineup has been a net positive, even though it sort of hasn't coincided with winning necessarily. I don't on him. And yesterday, the team really needed production with Castro out. Autry going really cold after his start. He came up big, and Hnger came up big too. He's another guy I want to shout out.
Yeah, he was good. He was really good. The offense kind of, it seemed like, went through him a decent amount, which was nice. The damn 3-pointers. I have to mention the 3-pointers. I just don't get it. Like, is there something in his contract that he has to take these 3-pointers? Like, anyway, he was very good.
He made one. He made a really big one at the end.
Congratulations, you made a 3-pointer. It's like he's like a fucking 18% shooter. There's no reason for him to be taking 3-pointers. He was good on offense, though. He was good. I thought he played well. It was one of his best games of the season. Up there.
I think it was his best game of the season.
Yeah. He was good the first game of the season. He was really good against Maine too. But anyway, he was. It's nice to have that. When
I think the stakes are a bit bigger as the starting center against Duquesne on a losing streak. So I put a little more weight towards this one. But no, I mean, he was making plays. He was rebounding. He was a menace on the offensive glass. He wasn't necessarily getting rebounds, but he was doing like the volleyball style tip outs to keep plays alive. And he was really doing the dirty work. And it looked a little clunky in the first half. But he figured it out.
Yeah, no, he did. No, I was really impressed with him. And like I said, that's something you need with Rafael Castro out. I mean, do we want to talk about the Rafael Castro? I mean, yeah, do we want to talk about it? Yeah, we're going to talk about it. They're obviously missing him a lot. And he's rolling around on the scooter, not putting any weight on his foot. I think it's a foot thing. I don't know when he's going to be back, and I don't know if they know either. What we're continually being told is that he's day to day, which, like, I don't know. We could sit here and talk for an hour about what the hell day to day means. Like, it was actually a Caroline McCombs thing, if I remember correctly. She was big on the day to day. Yeah,
about
big on the. It's like, oh well, we're all day to day. It's like, yeah, in a sense, we're all day to day. So I don't know. What have you? Obviously, they're missing a lot with no Castro, but what are your thoughts on the whole Castro injury situation?
I mean, I think with Castro, the offense really devolved into just drives and kicks.
Right.
It's not a very complex, inspiring. I mean, it's obviously an oversimplification on my part. But I just feel like the offense is very, very predictable without him there. And I would have kind of hoped that maybe Garrett Johnson might have stepped up a little bit more. And I have a really difficult time criticizing him because it's such a feat that he's doing what he's doing. But knowing the flashes that we have seen and sort of especially what he did. His redshirt freshman season before his ACL injury, all that stuff. If that guy was here, you think about it. It's like maybe this. Well, I don't know where I'm really going with this, but I would just maybe have hoped that a little bit more would come from them. But it's still one of those things where you're sort of grateful for any production you get. But I don't like. It's a weird way to view it. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying. It's hard because you're right. It is impressive that he's even playing. But it's frustrating because you know how good he can be. I mean, we talked about this early in the season, I believe, after the South Florida game. Like, you just have to operate under the assumption that his body is always going through, like, he's always having physical trouble. Like, I don't know how reliable. Like, I think he practices, but, like, it's just hard for him to get into the same sort of rhythm that another player would get into in terms of, like, having regular normal practices and stuff like that and being able to go at 100%. It's tough, but he's been disappointing. And
it's like counting stats aren't even that bad. On the season, 13.2 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, shooting percentages aren't great, 41% from the field, 34.5 from three. But he is putting up stats. Just wish those percentages were a little better. And the minutes, he's only averaging 23.9. Maybe you would hope those could be a little better too. But he's the second leading scorer with Castro. He is the team's leading scorer. So I don't know. Maybe this is what you get when you work with it.
Yeah. No, like you kind of knew that it was going to be a little limited in whatever sense. Like, you weren't going to be able to get a full season of him playing 35 minutes a game. You just hope that he can sort of find that that level that he has shown he can get to. So kind of going back to the offense a little bit, the 3-point shooting is, without Castro, they need the 3-point shooting to be really good. And it was an issue against St. Joe's, especially in the first half. They were terrible in the first half, 3-point shooting. And, like, you came into the game and you knew they were going to shoot a bunch of 3-pointers because it's either that or they, like, drive in and try and score baskets at the rim against Ashibor. And they weren't going to be able to do that. So without Castro, you need the 3-point shooting to be very good. And it's interesting because against Duquesne, Autry hit, I think he hit 4 3-pointers before in the first 8 minutes of the game, and then he didn't score another point until 16 seconds left. So it's like, and he took 15 3-pointers. So they're clearly taking a lot of 3-pointers. And they need to fall if they want to win games. Something
I want to mention. I'm just doing some quick math right now. Something with Autry I've noticed. He's really not driving to the rim at all. So right now, 77.5% of his field goal attempts are from three. Last year it was about 69. And so that's a big jump. And he was always good at driving to the rim. He's strong, a good handle, could get points from there. And I just feel like, the threes are great, but I just feel like he's just become a shooter. And he's so much more than that as a player. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, no, that's a good observation. And that's something he's talked about before, is wanting to be more than just a shooter. So I would love to see him get to the rim more. He's a good finisher at the rim. He's a good player. Like, I've talked about him a lot on this podcast. I think he's an outstanding player. Like,
and that's like he could be doing so much more for this offense. But again, it seems like he's been. I don't know if this is a him thing or a coaching thing, but it seems like he's been just reduced to a JJ Redick, Kennard, Steve Novak style just shooter gunner, and he's more than that.
Yeah. And I mean, he's shown the ability to like get hot from three, like scoring 4 3-pointers in the first 8 minutes of the game. Like, it's understandable that he then continued to take a lot of shots. So he's a good shooter, but I don't know. I agree with you. You just want a little bit more. I think it would open up the offense a little bit.
I was impressed as well against Duquesne. Just fighting and being physical without Benjamin and Castro. Those are Benjamin was sort of playing a bit of de facto center. And so Luke Hnger really had to step up, play a lot of minutes. He played 38 minutes. It's like good for him, man, just staying on the floor. Tyrone Marshall was really fighting off the bench and being physical and doing a lot of the dirty work. And they didn't win, but I think that's something that is cool that you were able to, because I think Duquesne became the most physical teams in the conference. I know John Hughley hasn't really done much with like 6 minutes, but David Dixon is a force down low. And they handled him without their best guys.
Yeah. John Hughley is hysterical. I'm obsessed with John Hughley. I think I tweeted out that he's built like a refrigerator, and it's awesome. It's just fucking awesome. I just love it.
Big boy.
He's a hoss. I'll tell you that.
That's some Philly slang right there.
No, I just made it up off the top of my head. Yeah, no, it was like there's encouraging things to take from the Duquesne game and some of these other games, but like you have to win the games. Like they're 4-7 in conference play. Last episode we discussed are they going to have more losses than they did last year? The answer is yes. They're going to. They then lost 3 straight games after that episode. So like I don't know. I just keep coming back to like it's just a very, very disappointing season. Can we talk a little bit? I want to talk a little bit about the specifics of what like late game what happened against Duquesne.
Yeah, you run it back.
Yeah. So Garrett Johnson with 7 seconds left or something. 2 free throws, hits 2 free throws. GW is down 1 point. Duquesne then inbounds the ball, and it takes GW 5 seconds to foul him, or foul whoever. I don't even remember who the free throw shooter was. And like that's not something that can happen. Like you can't be doing that, and that's it's like they're inventing new ways to be unclutch and like lose games. Against St. Joe's, they fouled a 3-point shooter. Against Duquesne, they're like now losing track of the guy and not fouling.
The color guy on the Duquesne broadcast was losing his mind on GW.
Yeah. By the way, the broadcast was really good. I don't know what you thought about it. I thought they were.
Yeah, I always liked Duquesne. Yeah. Shout out Ray Goff, the longest tenured radio broadcaster in college basketball, who does the play-by-play on the radio side. So good for him.
Really nice. So anyway, so GW fouls, and then Duquesne splits the free throws, misses the first and makes the second, I believe.
That was net shots, right?
I think so. I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah.
And then GW designed, like, the play that they ran was like really good. It almost worked. Like it was very, very well designed. And they tried to do the same play against St. Louis in that situation right after Avila hit the 3-pointer. But it's like Tyrone Marshall, kind of like quarterback football passes the ball down the floor. And it's like sort of like tipped to Trey Autry, and he kind of takes a shot on the run. And they almost want, like, we would be having a much different conversation here if Autry had hit that shot, and he was really close to hitting that shot. So I was really impressed with the design of that play, but you got to hit the shot.
I'm done playing the if game.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
There have been so many instances. Like, I think it was kind of cute at the start of conference play when it's like, oh, if that Australian guy on McNeese didn't have the game of his life, then and a few things went differently against Murray State. Maybe they're undefeated in that. Justin Fernandez doesn't go off again and have another career night against GW. Then you're going into conference play with one loss, a close loss to Florida, and if it's just like it's sickening to think about that because there are just so many now. It's not even worth really thinking about. Like, you will make yourself insane thinking about how close GW has been to winning so many of these games, and realizing if a few, like, really, like, a minuscule number of things went a different way, there would be a much different conversation happening. But they didn't, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, disgusting is a good word, because it's like I watched some of these games, and like I'm like walking out of the arena. By the way, no one talks about the fact that Hagan Arena is a shithole. Like, it's not.
Yeah, I've been there twice. Not a fan. Best part about it is you can say hi to Joe Lenardi usually.
Right. It's not a good setup. So anyway, but like I'm leaving the arena, and I was like, I feel like I want to throw up. Like, it's gross how they keep doing this, and like it's not gonna stop. Like, they're really good at like keeping the game close and then losing the game, which is like it's like a torture ritual. Like, it's ridiculous, frankly.
So I don't think we need to go on and on about how frustrating things are. If you're listening to this podcast or watching the show on Twitter, on YouTube, you know that. One thing I do want to bring up to you. I've seen this being floated around a bit, is that people are still viewing GW as a threat to make some noise in the A10 tournament.
I mean,
what do you think about that?
I mean, I think if you look at the talent they have, like, and I think a lot of the reason why people are saying that is because they played St. Louis so close.
Well, Sal played them kind of close yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You're not as much of a St. Louis buyer as I am. I think they're a wagon. Like, I think a wagon
would blow out LaSalle and blow out GW. So I don't know.
We'll see. I don't know. It's just like you watch these GW games and you recognize that they have something. They have, like, the offense is so good that, like, earlier in conference play, the offense was the top rated offense in Atlantic 10 history. As has been recorded by Ken Palm or whatever. So the top rated offense in Atlantic 10.
Now you're loving Ken Palm when it's supporting your theories and working in your favor.
I love Ken Palm. I don't want to hear another goddamn word about the fucking luck statistic. Do you understand? Like,
I do. Yeah. It's a sensitive subject. I'll respect your boundary.
Yeah, I'm just trying to protect my peace. So, like, yes, GW could make some noise in the conference tournament, and I still think that if they find a way to get matched up with St. Louis, which currently in, like, the live standings or whatever, I believe it's like they're like in 9th place, which if they win that 8-9 game, then they're playing St. Louis. Like, I would take, I mean, I'm sure GW would have good odds. I would take GW in that game. Like, why not?
Yeah, if you want to find those, Michael Bergman posts the brackets periodically, and they're a good way to sort of see how the tournament could shake out. But I mean, I don't even know. It's just why would they be able to execute and win in a higher pressure situation like a conference tournament if they can't do it in the regular season?
Yeah, and they struggled in the MTE, which like.
Yeah, they struggled in the MTE. Caputo has struggled in conference tournaments his entire time at TW. His one conference tournament victory as a head coach was squeaking one out against Florida because Trey Autry saved the day.
Thank you, Trey Autry.
So I think it's I don't believe they will. Based on what I've seen, there's nothing to show that they will figure it out on conference tournament. And yeah, they might be a tough out for like an 8 seed or a 9 seed. But I don't think that means that they're actually a threat right now. And I think that can change. They can win a few games. Mason and Dayton go 2 Friday night games. Opportunities to show maybe better. With Castro still out, and comes back to the conference. I don't think these matter that much. It's such a different team with him without it.
Yeah.
And so maybe that helps in thinking about them being able to do something. But until we have more clarity, which I'm not sure we'll get about Castro's injury, then I think it's I think that it's wishful thinking. PW is other than a one and done this time.
Yeah. I mean, it's been, what was it, 2007 was the last time they won multiple games in the A10 tournament? Like, it's been a long time.
That's a stat.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they won multiple games in the A10 tournament. They're going to find a way to play Mason a third time and lose to Mason a third time. So
that would be upsetting.
Yeah.
That would not be fun online.
Yeah. I want to mention the well, hold on. I mean, we'll stick with Mason for a little bit. I'm going to be at that game on Friday night. I think it seems like there might be a snowstorm, which could really complicate my plans to drive from Pennsylvania to Washington, D.C., but we'll figure that out, and I might need to tell my boss that I might not be at work on Monday or on Tuesday. Anyway.
So what is the bigger reason for you to brave the snow? Friday 10 against George Mason or Valentine's Day?
My girlfriend is not watching this, so I can say that it's Friday 10.
There we go. My man.
Like I said, it's a torture ritual. I just need to see Tony Skinn outcoach Chris Caputo once more. I just need to see it happen.
I don't even think he necessarily like outcoaches him. I just think he's been just so masterful in the transfer portal and the guys he gets. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily a huge X's and O's gap, but I just think the roster Tony Skinn has worked so well together.
Yeah. Whatever it is, it's a problem. Like there's a Tony Skinn problem. Like they like Caputo can't beat Tony Skinn.
Hopefully Ohio State can throw a bag at him. And
yeah, we'll see.
We'll set Mason back a few years.
I keep saying this sentiment that it's like, well, maybe Skinn will stay, and like we're gonna have to go through the whole like we're gonna have to watch Mason fans go through the whole like, oh well, but like he's not gonna leave because it's Mason and like, well, but like my coach isn't going to leave. Like, you're right. If Ohio State throws a bag at him, if Syracuse throws a bag at him, like he's gone.
That would be an interesting fit. I heard some. I think Ryan Hammer connected, or not connected. He was speculating about Josh Scherf being a great Syracuse. And I love that.
Syracuse is not a good job.
I think it is still a good job. It has such prestige. There's money. Bad location, but I think a guy like I would be shocked if an A10 coach declined Syracuse.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think Schertz can get a better job though. Like I think like what happens
still like Syracuse is. I think. I mean, they haven't been great recently, but I still think they have enough of a history and all that where it's sort of it's not like a blue blood, but I think it is solidly in the next year of like very solid jobs.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I just think Jim Boeheim did a lot there, and I think that he papered over a lot of cracks, but we'll see, I guess. I want to share my Pennsylvania statistic that I had curated earlier this year, and they keep losing in Pennsylvania. So Chris Caputo is 0-8 in Pennsylvania as a head coach, which is troubling because GW plays at LaSalle in a few weeks and then also plays the Atlantic 10 tournament in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So that's not good. So that could get them to, I mean, by the end of the season, he could be 0-10 in Pennsylvania. And a few weeks ago, I shared my statistic of his record in states won by Donald Trump in the 2024 election. It is now 2-15. So interesting. It's, I mean, like, you know, I get bored one night and like make a spreadsheet about this. And I'm like, this is the moment that I make the spreadsheet for, is to share it with people. Yeah, Rhode Island at home next, and then Mason on Friday night. I think there's going to be a lot of Mason fans at that Friday 10 game.
I think so,
like,
too.
Yeah. And like, I just like thinking about where we're at right now, the sort of conversations we're having, this is not the place you expected to be in going into this first Friday 10 game at all.
Yeah.
It's really, really not good. So we'll see. And who knows when Castro is going to be back. Like, they've said pretty much nothing about it, saying that he's day to day.
It's not looking great though.
It's not looking great. He can't put weight on his damn foot. So that's a problem. Any more GW basketball thoughts? Because I want to talk about the Super Bowl for a minute or two at the end here.
I have no more GW basketball.
Yeah, that's good for your mental health. So the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. And
well, I don't know about that. What I do know is that after this is done, I need to get right back in the kitchen to finish up my Super Bowl spread. Liam, would you like to hear what I am cooking up for the game?
No, I would love to hear what you have cooking up for the game.
So right now, I have a pork butt in the bone-in pork butt, pork shoulder type of situation in the oven, slow cooking. I'm gonna pork sliders as a centerpiece. There will be a buffalo chicken dip. There will be a homemade hummus. There will be a giant pico de gallo. There will be a giant guac. And there will be jalapeno poppers, courtesy of former WRGW sports director Ashley Tobin.
That sounds like a pretty great spread. Yeah, all my friends are ditched me for the Super Bowl, so I'm gonna have to figure something out for myself. It's
get in the car. You can make it to Boston by kickoff.
I don't think I can make it to Boston by kickoff. I think I would. That would be what, 4.5 hours. I mean, if I was traveling, you know, at super speed, maybe. But
that's true.
Yeah, that does sound like a good spread, though. I don't know. It's like, am I really about to pick Sam Darnold to win a damn Super Bowl?
No, I was talking about this. I think the Pats win. They need some home run plays. Travion Henderson needs a big run. Kyle Williams or Pop Douglas needs to break off a short pass for a big game, something like that.
Yeah.
And they've been doing that all year. So that's not like out of the realm of possibility. I agree that they are an underdog. I do not think they're as big of an underdog as some people are saying. I think it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, I know. I think it'll be a great game. That Seahawks defense is for real. Like, that Seahawks defense is seriously very good.
That's what I'm talking about, the home run play. Because I think it'll be really difficult to sort of like build a methodical, slow drive against them.
Yeah. People don't talk about how awesome the Super Bowl is when your team's not in it. It's great to have your team in the Super Bowl, but like, I'm just gonna.
This is an Eagles and Patriots fan here, so we're not really ones to. We've been living the good life.
Yeah, the Eagles are, in typical Philadelphia Eagles fashion, despite still for another few hours being the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles are an unmitigated shit show. It's a disaster. Like, it's not good, but I'll take it. I got the Super Bowl ring, got the parade. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it, unless you have anything else.
Nothing else. I need to get back to the kitchen.
Okay. I'll let
My
you get
pork
back to the
eats
kitchen.
me.
I'll be at the Mason game, like I mentioned. So I think we'll probably maybe do a post game live show so that I can. I was not having a good time during that Mason post game live show before, but all right. Well, thank you for tuning in, and we will talk to you soon, probably on Friday.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Go Pats.